All right, I want to thank all of y'all for being here. Just in case you don't know, our theme for this year all revolves around movies. Hope on the big screen, lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, terrible takes action. So that's our theme for this year. And this is our agenda. We want to thank you for being here. We're going to talk about how we raise the money, how we bring the people in. If we bring the people, we build the fund. Of course, we'll fund the mission. We'll tell you about how many dollars we have raised, what kinds of fundraisers you have going on right now, what some other teams have going on, and what we plan on doing in the future. And then we'll have a little question and answer session and a mission moment. And unfortunately, y'all all busy in school, but if you're lucky enough to come to the lunch meeting, they sponsor lunch today. So, okay, bring the people. The Bring the People is all about getting teams involved, and we thank you for having your team here. As of lunchtime, we had 61 teams registered, but Montague Elementary is to be registered, so now it's 62, right, Ed? Is your team registered? But I think everybody in here is registered. 456 participants registered. What does that mean? Just because Mulberry has a team, we need all those people that are going to be under that tent that night to go online and register as part of your team. So when next time you have a team meeting, or if you want to send an email to all your team members, because I know through the school system, you can email your whole school.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Send them the little link to the website, let them know, register to be a part of your team. On our team, we let their children be, you know, if their children are gonna raise the $100 to get the whole club shirt, we let them register as part of our team also. Kids sell a lot of raffle tickets, so that helps us. If you have problems registering, contact rflterrebonne@gmail.com. That's the general email address for everything that we do. If anybody has money to turn in, Becky's collecting money tonight, and you can turn in money at any team captain meeting, or if you don't want to hold on to it to the next team captain meeting, Dawn Jones at T. Baker Smith is one of our accounting people that will collect money. Or if you contact Becky, we'll make a way to go and get the money. Because I think, Christy, y'all did that.
Yes. Thank her for that.
Becky likes going.
I'm always happy to do that.
We'll go running for money. All right, fund the mission. We build the fund the mission, we'll find the tour. What did we do? Well, right after this event called Celebrity Waiter, Ed, MJ, Becky, and I went to Birmingham for a Mid-South Division Ambassadors of Hope conference. And at that conference, we were given this nice, pretty banner. Our event was one of the top events in the Mid-South region. Last year, we were number 3, and I'm happy to report that we moved up. We are now number 2 in the Mid-South region, earning over $41,000 posted so far. Last year, we earned over $400,000. Becky, how close are we to New Course Steel? Like 30,000?
We raised 431,000, and they raised 464,000.
Okay, so y'all know how close that is. We don't even need Common Core to do that subtraction, okay? If we made $50,000 more, we got them beat. That means we'll be number 1 in the Mid-South region, the 6-state Mid-South region. MJ says that if we earn $375,000 by bank night, he will paint his hair purple for event weekend. Okay, so y'all go back and tell that to everybody on your team. We only need $375 by bank night for MJ to have purple hair. And Elena Boudreau in the personnel department is keeping track of MJ's promises and the purple hair doll. So she's got this. Do y'all have any upcoming fundraisers? I know some of y'all might have participated in Celebrity Waiter. Well, Acadian Elementary participated in Celebrity Waiter. Y'all have any fundraisers y'all want to share? Go ahead, Christy.
The money Miss Becky just recently picked up, we did at New Orleans and Hamburger Seafood for our 3rd year, and we raised, they're sending us a $100 check, and besides that, our community donated another $1,050.
How does that work? You make
It's very easy. The most that you have to put into it is your flyers to let everybody know about your night. It's for 3 hours, from 5:30 to 8:30. You wait the tables and such. They do leave a waiter, a staff person from them on the floor. You pay them $70 for those 3 hours, but all the tips come to you. It's not like normal how some places will do food and the percentage of the meal goes it's our tips. So we wait the tables, I wash dishes, we do different things. And our kids at school really like seeing us there, and they like seeing all their buddies there, you know, to have dinner and such. It's really cool.
That's New Orleans Hamburger and
New Orleans
Seafood.
Hamburger and Seafood. You just gotta contact them, and if they have a night open that you're wishing for, you just sign up and go from there. We send flyers home, like a week and a half earlier, the day before and the day of. We send little bracelets on their arms with just the date and the time and New Orleans Hamburger and Seafood on there, just as a day reminder, you know, of what's gonna go on.
Mulberry, you want to share your feather project?
Right now, what we're doing is, it's called You've Been Feathered, and we're selling bags of candy corn, where you can send it to your family and friends and such. And as of yesterday, I didn't get today's total, but as of yesterday, we raised $806 with the bags of candy.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Anybody else have a fundraiser you want to share? How'd you make all that money you turned in?
To sell the candy?
Yeah, well,
What are you doing that?
we do little snack bags, and we put in some candy corn, and then I made like a little turkey feather thing that says You've Been Feathered, and there's a to and from, and you send it out to your people at the school, you know, like your whatever.
Like you told me, teacher Sullivan at homeroom?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we just send it home to each child, they fill this out and send it back.
How'd y'all raise all that money in Houston?
The little cupcakes that she has, I made a collection log and gave it to each homeroom teacher, and they told their kids every morning, do you want to buy a cupcake? And they would turn it into me. I bought it for $1. They would turn it into me, and I would keep a roster of every homeroom. I'd say pull it. I would highlight their name off. And then Monday, whoever bought a cupcake got to come to the purple cupcake party, and our faculty and staff just each baked a few cupcakes each, and we raised a lot.
You just gave us, I think, over $700
Yeah,
for it.
I mean, that's not all from the cupcakes, but it did kind of give us that last boost.
Good. Good deal.
Stonehouse Cancer Chicks is doing a Letters to Santa campaign. I think she said it's $6. There is a flyer on the table if you want to look at that. Acadian Elementary last year did pictures with Santa and made a lot of money, so that's something y'all might want to think about.
And we do the pictures with the Easter Bunny because our parent club does the Christmas.
And that's,
But
yeah,
the Easter Bunny
I know you'll have to
kids go
raise
way
money
back.
for other things too,
Yeah.
like she was saying for the preschool playground, so.
You gotta pick
share
and
the well,
choose.
pick and choose, right.
Well, you gotta share the love.
Schools are a unique group of fundraisers. Fall fundraising ideas, Ed is sporting his Louisiana shirt. See, Ed didn't think I'd call on him at this meeting.
My best.
I don't know, I think East Homer said she just sold 30 shirts. There's still one more opportunity to sell those shirts. There's a December deadline for that. And the sponsorship update, I should have taken notes at lunch, but I didn't. So Becky, how much money do we have in sponsorship?
We have 11,500 that's been actually paid to date. And we have a potential, couple of more thousand that have been confirmed that I should get the checks before the end of the year. And we have our presenting level sponsor that's coming back again this year. And what Sue Miller and I have been doing, we've done it a couple of times now, and she planned to do it again, is we've been going out all over the community and just doing that face-to-face contact with businesses. We've gone up and down 311 twice already, and just going into places that have never sponsored before. And it's working. We've got a couple of new ones. Ed secured a new one, a $2,500 sponsor last week. And Sue Miller secured a $500 sponsor this week. And so it's actually starting to pay off to get those new businesses that have never participated before. So that's actually we're way ahead of what we were last year at this time. So it's pretty exciting.
If y'all have any prospective sponsors, if you need the sponsorship packet, if you send one of us an email, we can send, or if you email rflterrebonne@gmail.com, we can send it to you. Or if you want one of us to go and talk to the sponsor. Sometimes it helps just because you know the person, and we go in and they're like, yeah, everybody's asking for money. But
You
if
get them in the
know
door, they'll make the sale.
Yeah, that's what I.
If you get
That's
Becky
what
in the
Chris
door,
does.
it's a done deal.
I forgot about this. The gift that we won for our money raised last year, the camping
The
team. Yeah, now we're raffling it off for $1 a chance. doing it real simple. I'm throwing in all the things to make s'mores and the skewers and all that kind of stuff. But so far we've raised, I think, almost $100, and we just started it last Thursday when we did our New Orleans hamburgers.
And basically the tent was free because you got it as your
It's
incentive.
a tent,
process.
2 sleeping bags, the little
Yeah.
cook stove, and the soft pack ice chest, and like I said, I'm throwing in all the s'more stuff. So, it's a really cool deal, I mean, we didn't pay anything for it, so.
All right, this is a fundraiser you really want to think about for next year. It was a whole lot of fun, and because I know I'm talking to schools, I'm gonna talk about my team, because school level people are on my team. It was held November 4th, it was called Celebrity Waiter. We raised over $17,000. Stacy Soleil and Myra Austin were the waiters for our team, and they dressed up like Thelma and Louise from the movie Thelma and Louise, and they had their little guns in their pockets, and you couldn't get to the bar without giving them $1. We had Sean Payton and Rob Ryan was celebrity waiters for our team. We had a pirate, we have Pirates of the Caribbean. Gordy Dove was a celebrity waiter. So how does this work? $500 bought you a table with 10 people. Dawn Flanagan was there as a guest and said that her school will have a team next year and she will be their celebrity waiter. It was a lot of fun. Waiters challenged each other. It was an awesome fundraiser. Soup du jour, their waiters brought in over $2,700 in tips.
We're not
Okay.
sure, we're not sure how that works. So when we get a table.
You got a
we wanted
round
to do
table.
it, but then we didn't do it.
You got
We get
a,
our team.
turned out you had a round table with 10 seats. And what we did, Stacy and Myra were our waiters, so we said, here's the 10 tickets. You figure out who you want sitting at that table. Who's gonna challenge you? Who's gonna pay money to sit there? Who's gonna have fun with it?
Gordy Duff filled his own table.
Gordy Dove
Basically,
goes on-
you know, basically you as a team, you secure the waiter, and then you give the waiter his or her 10 tickets, and they decide who they want to come. It can be their family, their friends, their
It could be
constituents.
whoever.
It can be whomever that they want at their
Our
table.
team didn't raise the five,
Like,
like,
only get money from your team, from your
Right.
person.
you can either
That's
sell
correct.
your
Your
seats
waiter.
at the
You don't get
table
money
or
from
you do a
anywhere
fundraiser
else.
No,
from your-
just from your table. So Soup du Jour's tables, they actually ended up with 2 tables. They
Right.
turned in $1,000 ahead of time, which was just money that they had raised from doing fundraisers, just like you guys do.
Yeah.
So once you posted at least $500 to your team from your fundraisers that you did prior to the celebrity waiter event, you got a table. Soup du Jour, they got 2 tables because they had turned in $1,000 in fundraising money. They also had 2 waiters. They had Rob Ryan and Sean Payton. So and so at their tables, Rob Ryan and Sean Payton raised $2,700 additional dollars that night. And that's just from the people that they invited. I saw Dr. Kirk Dantian was at one of their tables. Like, you know, their waiters gave the tickets to whoever they wanted to be there. And that's how they raised that money. And all it is just challenges.
Right.
It was nonstop challenges all night
We only
long.
had 4 tables.
Dance off. They were dancing.
Somebody challenged Gordy Dove for $100 to go do a second line. So next thing you know, everybody in the building's got a napkin and they all going around the room and following Gordy
Yeah,
around the room
somebody
with their
at this table
napkins.
that
Somebody
It
no,
could've been at
no.
this table
somebody
like
at another
wherever.
table that
You could
challenged, that
challenge each
said, I'll
other.
pay $100 if Gordy gets up and goes and does.
And then
The second
you got
one
$100.
goes to Gordy's team
Okay,
because
right.
they challenged him and he did it. But he could pay to get out of it too.
Okay.
They can
If you-
say, I'll pay you $20 to go take all the silverware off that table. And if he goes get it, you're giving him the $20, or if he says, no, I'll give you $30 not to have to do it. The waiters, once you get the right personalities in there, they're gonna have fun. And we've outgrown our venue. We did the Plantation Inn, 15 tables, and we were packed. So just think about it for the future. Denise said, well, how do we get that first 500? You can raise money all year, so if you do a fundraiser right at the opening of school, you do a football pool or something, you've got the 500 to secure that table.
But you also want your people with the money at your table.
You want some people with the money at the table.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying, because of the fact that you wouldn't want just, and I'm just saying this, like, you would, you know what I'm saying?
I know,
I'm
you don't
trying
want
to
me at
say
your
this.
table because I'm on a budget. I'm on a school
Yeah,
board.
But I'm just
budget.
saying, we're gonna, yeah, people have to branch out and get.
But that's what you need to do
Right.
at your team meetings is start spreading the word of, oh, who could possibly sit at our table? Because
Or if
everybody
you-
in the world doesn't teach
If you
school.
get your waiter, such as
Get
Rob
your
Ryan,
waiter
our
right.
toilets got in their circle of friends.
Your
And
toilets,
they're very
yes.
competitive, so
Yes.
that went big. When you get in a circle of friends like that, it's.
yeah, when I went to the dermatologist and the toilet was there, and she already had the list of the next 5 people she was sending it to, and I'm like, yeah, that's the way you need to, you know.
You just gotta get into the.
So anyway, we wanted y'all to know that was an awesome fundraiser, and we did have one of the schools in Katy and had 4 tables there, and they raised a lot of money. All right, the Houndstooth shirts are still being sold. If you can't sell the minimum of 25, there are a lot of teams that are willing to give you credit for your shirts. They'll pull the shirts together with your order, so just let us know. And that next deadline is December the 15th.
We just need
Let's
to
think
call.
more than
We
can't
just
miss
need
them.
We
Has
just,
anybody else had issues with the t-shirt?
Yeah, and I think Jenny has emailed Becky about it. And
Yeah.
I think Becky got back with Jenny. That's HO1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And they have been addressed with Houndstooth. I forwarded your exact email
Okay.
to the powers that be.
Okay.
And I actually received a response yesterday, and they've been addressed. However, unfortunately for this year, that's not going to really necessarily make that big of a difference when it comes to what they did say about your situation is that once you place an initial order for 25 shirts, you can go back into that order and you can add shirts to the order, to that initial order, to make it 26 or to make it 30 or whatever. You don't have to get an additional 25 shirts to place another order once you've placed an initial order, but they cannot change an order. So like if you have a change of shirt size or a change of color or something like that, they won't do that. Even though their website says, if you have a change, please call us or let us know, they're saying that they can't do that. So, you know, I think going forward for next year, there's going to be some changes, and I do believe that there'll be some much more description, much more detail that we will be able to give you guys with regards to more specifics when it comes to, you know, those things like what Jenny had. You know, she looked on the website. It said that if you needed to make a change to an order, just give them a call. She did that and didn't get the results that she felt she should have gotten.
Right.
And so with that being said, that's what they're telling us now, Jenny, is that, you know, you can add to an order if you need to add more shirts, if you already placed a 25 shirt order. But if you wanted to change a shirt size or a shirt color or something like that, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think what Miss said was she was just trying to add to the order or something.
Mhm.
And I think there may have been they didn't understand what she was communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
We've had lots of issues. It's not just our, it's not just our
us.
community.
Okay.
It's a lot of people, and you know, they're definitely not satisfied with the company. I think they'll look at a different company for next year, you know, because that's not the only issue we've had. So, you know, I apologize, but hopefully we'll have better results next year with that.
You gotta be nervous
another
now.
fall fundraiser we have.
You're gonna
No,
be
I think
okay.
it'll be okay.
Those kinks have been
I
worked
think it's
out.
ironed out.
I've
Going
ordered
forward.
my shirt with no problem.
He had no issues. You know, I mean, it's
I have
just
another order
some
fixed.
that.
Yeah.
Did they email you right away to let you, to get your team name and all that kind of stuff? Because they haven't emailed me yet.
Yeah, that's one thing they haven't asked, was the
You
team
got the
name.
shirts, but
Yeah, I've
they
already gotten
never
the shirt.
asked you for your team name or,
Well, you must have to
Anything like
put your
that?
name in, right?
well, I
Yes.
did as the shipping address, but
And
not the
they
team
haven't.
name.
Yeah, but they'll be able to track it
track
back
it
by
down.
your name. You're a team captain. Most
All right,
people who
another-
are placing the orders are team captains, and so that's how
Another
it gets
fundraiser
tracked.
that we have going on right now is Stick of Fork and Cancer.
For the
This
t-shirt.
was a statewide fundraiser, this week, November 9th and 13th. Evergreen, East Homa, Friends, Mulberry, and Central participating at Moe's, oh my God, Cupcakes, Raising Cane's, Texas Roadhouse, Lion Share, and Wow.
Terrible.
And I think Moe's, y'all brought in $231, right? You said the cupcakes are still going on. Our team is doing Wow, and that's the whole month of November, so if you have a chance, go eat at Wow and buy a cupcake. These are fairly easy fundraisers. The big thing is to make the restaurant and their staff realize that they need to, I don't want to say push the cupcakes, but push the cupcakes or whatever it is they committed to do. How did Moe's work?
Mills work, on the flyer that we sent out, it had 30%. So I asked, I said, you're not change that because you're really not getting 30% of the profit. You have to bring the cash there. It was $10 cash, all you can eat. If you paid any other way, no. So I put on the flyer, I changed it and I said, send this to corporate. And I put $10 cash, bring the cash on it. Because I mean, that, people need to see that. And
People
so
need to
that's, yeah, so when you walked in, he had the 2 flyers on the door. When you walked in, they sat at a table, Tony, one of the owners and his wife. When you walked in, you went and did that, and there was no tax. You just gave you $10. They gave you a card with 4 punches on it. And, you know, you can go and get, your entree, a side, and a drink for $10 and go as much as you wanted, you know, and,
that's tonight too?
no, it was
that's
only
just-
one
it's
night,
only
it was
one
only
night.
like from 5 to 9. And, but in a way, when we did it for the first time, it's like, when you saw the 3 football players sitting there, and they were like, you know, we're like, oh, you know, that's another thing, we could reach out to the other schools to, you know, because that's what he said, he goes, some people had never been there before, so it helped their business.
Right.
And so he said we should
That
do
kid's
this
never been
again,
before.
so.
I've never been before.
No, yesterday was my
Yeah,
first
sure,
time
so-
ever I ate there.
Yeah, maybe have a big basketball game.
I was pleasantly
Since football
surprised.
season's almost over.
Yeah.
I think high school football is just about.
I ended up not realizing that was from 5 to 9. I've tried to go to
Oh.
everyone this week. I went to Oh My God Cupcakes. I went to Raising Cane's. I went, like I was trying to get to all of them. And so I go yesterday at 2:00 in the afternoon and I'm like, I'm here to pay cash. This is for Relay for Life. And I'm telling you know, and she goes, that's from 5 to 9 tonight. I'm like, huh? You gotta be kidding me. Still ate there
Yeah.
anyway, but that was the first time my husband and I have both ever eaten there. And so it was a nice experience and it was good. So
All right, a new fundraiser that we have, and this one's gonna be awesome. It's called 10,000 Lights, and we have some flyers, and Ed's gonna help hand them out. For 10,000 Lights, what we're gonna be doing is selling our luminary bags. This is a state fundraiser, it's December 3rd. The white luminary bags are $10 each. Purple luminary bags are $20 each. We're gonna meet at the downtown courthouse square. We're gonna start setting up around 4:30. Our little celebration's gonna be from 5:30 to 7:30. We're gonna have refreshments, and we're gonna have a luminary ceremony. What do you need to do? Sell the luminary bags. All of that money goes toward your team. Bags are $10 each. For the white ones, 20 for the purple. At the end of the ceremony, we're gonna collect all the bags and re-display them at Relay. Okay, now, we're not like making this a giant announcement. Technically, you get your bag to be used twice for your $10. I'm personally going back to my same people and selling them another bag for the event in April. But we are gonna collect these and put them back out at the event. So, this is one of the Relay's biggest fundraisers. And Denise, I think you said, tell me how luminaries work. You sell the bags, and the bag comes back with a form and $10. There's I don't see the form that they fill out. Oh, it's right here. There's a luminary form that they fill out.
But online, or do I bring those, how does this work though, like ordering?
You can bring this back that day, on December 3rd. You can contact us if you need more bags after we give you some bags tonight.
Oh, okay, that's.
Or you can do it online. People like to decorate their own
But that's what
bags.
I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
that's what we're wondering, okay.
We
get
have
a
these
form?
packaged in stacks of 10 white and 1 purple, because we have to pay for we're not paying $10 a bag, but we have to pay for the supplies that we're giving out.
Right.
So if you want a stack of bags, if you want more than 10, just let us know. We're just keeping track, because we're finding that we're giving out thousands of bags, but we're not getting the money back for, we might be giving out 4,000 bags and we're getting money back for about 2. So we want to try to keep better tabs on what we're doing. $10 comes back in a decorated bag and hopefully a form, okay?
If they purchase them online, because we had a lady that purchased 3 online, how does she get her bag?
I'm gonna print those reports and we make the bags ourselves.
So she won't get to decorate her bag. We'll make it.
Okay, so if you're ordering online, you guys take it, all you do is you pay your money online and you guys take care of everything.
Right, like what happens is, I run the report on bank night. On the day of bank night, I run the report. And the volunteers that are there at bank night, when we're collecting money and everybody's turning in their luminary bags so that we can alphabetize them for the event to get them out on the track, I have volunteers who read from that report and make bags. Now, if you have someone who's bought a bag online and paid for it and they want to decorate their own bag, you just need to let me know that ahead of time.
Okay, now, and her, you said the bank night and all, but will that be for this as well?
Yeah, I'll run a report
For
before this
10,000 light
event
table,
too.
make those bags too.
Yeah.
How do we get the bags back down for this?
Well,
You're gonna bring
you're
out
gonna
4:30 that
You're gonna
night?
come that night, right,
Right.
and celebrate with us.
Yes.
If for some reason you can't come that night and you've collected a stack of bags, just let one of us know, we'll come collect the bags.
You can actually turn them in that
You can turn in
night.
the bags and the
Yeah,
money that night.
bags and money
We're gonna
that
have
night.
refreshments. We're looking for a choir to sing Christmas carols, so if your school has a choir, if you wanna talk to the choir director and then get back with one of us, we thought we had a choir, but they have another engagement that night, so, we're looking for a choir.
I can see if Miss Oakland can, I don't know.
Yeah, tell Jenny just to shoot me an email if she thinks y'all can do it.
If not, we'll ask
We'll
Richard.
check.
If not, okay.
We'll ask Richard.
If not, I was gonna ask Mr. Messina at Terrebonne High, but I figured let's put it out here first and see if somebody else can do
Yeah,
it.
I just don't know when our actual concert, ours is the same night as that.
I know that this is not exam week, so we're in good place there.
Yeah, I'm just not sure when our band bar concert.
Just check and, like I said, shoot me an email and we'll work. And hey, if we have two choirs, they can blend. It's Christmas. December 3rd, 5:30 to 7:30, we have a cancer survivor speaker. It's gonna be a really nice ceremony. Kristen?
Okay, so I'm reading, and you may have said this already. So with the purchase of each $10 luminary, you will also receive an additional luminary that will be displayed at our event on Saturday, April 23rd. So in other words, if they buy one now, they'll still be represented as well at the event.
Correct.
So then we're gonna lose the time to sell them for the event.
But you got their $10.
Okay.
But if your friends are
We-
like my
we-
friends, they go give me $10 again in the spring, because they never remember they gave me $10 in December. I'm not gonna let them remember.
We're doing it as a
Some people had some
2-for-1.
concerns of, if I buy one now, I'm not to buy another one. So we wanted to,
Right.
you can go ahead and, we want them to purchase it early, basically.
Yeah, they're purchasing them early. You're probably reaching the same.
We will pick up the bags, right.
We actually have to collect all those bags that night from the courthouse square. We can't leave them there because the
Okay.
Christmas parade is the next day.
Okay.
So we're required to clean it out before we leave. I'm actually gonna store all those in storage until the event
What
and
about
they will go
inclement
out.
weather?
We're not gonna have it.
We're not gonna have it. If it's inclement weather, we'll just have to cancel. And you guys will have sold your bags and that'll be for the event, just like you would have as a team
The
fundraiser.
whole 10,000 lights campaign, what they wanted was sell the bags and let people display them on their carport and their
It's
window,
across
whatever.
the state
It's
too,
across
guys.
the state.
This is all across the state on the same night.
And so we
So-
said, wait a minute, we're terrible. We don't want a bag on fire.
We didn't want people just putting it on their front porch. We want to do it together as a community.
We want 10,000 bags in Homa. So, we're gonna do our best to sell as many bags as possible and have a ceremony in the courthouse square.
Okay,
Christie?
question, and this is just how my brain works. I know y'all speaking about choirs, and that's cool. What if I could some kind of way congregate our kids only to sing like one or two songs?
I would
We're
thought the
already-
same thing when
We
you,
would
before you
love it.
We're already,
We would love it.
our program is on the 11th, okay?
Perfect, that would
By
be the
then,
dress
it's make or
rehearsal
break
for
it,
you.
dance for time. So I mean,
It'll be a dress
it would
rehearsal
get
for you.
parents there to
Absolutely.
come, because everybody comes see little
And
kids.
we'll gladly sell them some bags.
But I mean, they can't, after about 5-10 minutes, they're done.
Perfect
Yeah.
idea, Christie.
No,
We can
that's-
work around
Let
that.
me
We
run
don't
the
want it to be this
commissary
big, long,
and see
drawn out
what we-
thing anyway.
We will be selling bags there that night.
Let me know, Chrissy.
Yeah, let
That'd
us
be
know.
awesome.
That's
Whether
awesome.
uniforms and then warm-ups depending on whether.
Yeah,
Yeah,
depending on the
that's a
weather.
great
And
idea.
we are also someone told me at lunch, we're gonna have hot chocolate too. If it's
Right.
cold, some of our refreshments will be hot chocolate. And we're not gonna sell any of the refreshments. That's gonna be donated or, whatever. The only thing, the only thing that we're gonna do
Well, of course.
for sale that night is luminary bags,
Okay.
and that's it. So,
So they can purchase them there that night.
They can purchase them
Right,
there.
they can purchase them that night.
and it's gonna start advertising on the radio like probably in the next day or two.
So before you
So-
leave, if you want bags, let Becky know, because we're making, we've got we've got bags. We've got them set up in stacks of 10. If you want more than 10, just let us know.
Good exposure for us.
All right, very good exposure. That's a
And you
great idea,
guys,
Christie.
helping to set up at 4:30 or no?
Yeah, we would love you to come help set up at 4:30. You
Yeah,
and some of
anybody
the
who wants to
students or-
volunteer to
team or
contribute a
whatever, that's
refreshment
fine.
or come help set up, we
Or if,
greatly
like, if
appreciate
y'all
it.
have a beta club or student council, somebody that needs some service hours, we would gladly take.
Okay, yeah, we'll do service hours, because I know. a bunch of-
We
Yes,
will,
I
we
will
will,
sign
yes,
service
ma'am.
hours.
So they contact you? Okay.
All right, Bayou Bash. all I know is I want my team to do this, because I'm all about a purple party. If your team raises $5,000 by December 9th, right? Your team captain's invited, team captain and a guest is invited to a Christmas party. It's gonna be at Becky's house. It's called Bayou Bash. We're celebrating with the Thibodeau event, North Lafourche event, and the South Lafourche event. So it'll be three events celebrating Christmas. Terrebonne, North Lafourche, and South Lafourche. And we're doing it at Becky's house because it's centrally located. Why are we doing this? One, we want to celebrate and we want to thank you for raising that money, but it's another way to network and come up with some more fundraising ideas, meet some other people that are raising money for the same cure. It's a way for us to thank you. So some of your teams are maybe real close to that $5,000 mark. Some of y'all might be holding money in school funds, like you already got $3,500 in the school account, in the charitable account. You just didn't give us the check. So if you think you're close to 5,000 and you need Becky or me to come pick up a school check, just let us know. Questions? I don't know a lot about this one. I was in the back seat not paying attention. I don't know.
Basically, this is coming from your leadership team, which is my boss, Katie McCarty, MJ as a division leader, to try to close out the year strong as a division. We know that in Terrebonne and Lafourche, because we are the top teams in the state of Louisiana, that our teams are always raising money. We do year-round fundraising. We don't just fundraise from January to April in our community. And you guys are a perfect example of all the money y'all just came in with today. So we have teams that are going to get to and already have gotten to after the celebrity waiter event and after the t-shirts and all the stuff that are going to be at like 3,500 or 4,000 or 4,500. It's just an additional incentive to get you to, if you're holding on to money, to get you to turn it in before the end of the year.
Debbie, is that going to cause a problem with Business Works to cut 2 checks, like a check now and a check in April? Debbie's is bookkeeper at Evergreen, so if she says you can do it.
No,
then
I mean, I don't think it would, because as long as you put the money in, but it doesn't go in charity.
Okay.
It goes in miscellaneous.
All right, so that much I know.
Yeah.
I never
And
did
I mean, you
Business
have your
Works.
collection logs to back up what you put in,
All right.
and then you just.
And
cut
the
your checks.
party itself is going to be catered. It is going to be a holiday themed get together, and there will be spirits served
Adult
as well, cocktails.
A purple Kool-Aid that has something more than Kool-Aid.
Yes, and
If they say purple,
so and it's just a way to show appreciation to all of you who work so hard all year long, fundraising like you do. So it's an appreciation and an incentive to try to get the teams to turn in their money if they have any that they're holding on to.
The 4 of us went to Birmingham and they discussed this, but I didn't think my team was anywhere near the 5,000, so I didn't pay attention. Then I found out at lunch that we were like that close and we have the money. So now I want to pay attention. So.
Yeah.
All right. Hope Club. Remember, everybody needs to register to be on a team. We ask everybody on the team to earn $500 so they get their Hope Club shirt. Well, you know what? If they register, they got a better shot at getting the shirt. So get them to register. Some places are charging $10, $15 a person to be on the team. Some teams are saying, hey, you have to earn $100. We do it as a team fundraiser. If we have 20 people, we earn $2,000 so everybody gets their shirt. It's however you and your team want to do it. But you are going to get, last year they were called Hope shirts. I think this year it's a Paint the World Purple splash.
Yeah.
Yeah. This slide just touched me at lunch. Why? Why do we want you to raise $100? Breast cancer patient can be provided with one-on-one peer support for that $100. 10 rides to and from treatment for a cancer patient for that $100. A cancer patient and their caregiver can have 1 night of free lodging at Hope Lodge. You're only asking them to help. That's all. You're not saying, don't eat your next meal, give them $100, but this is with the $100 where it can go.
Bernadette, I just recently had a friend who underwent some cancer treatments and surgery and everything. And her family was put up in one of those places and it was no cost.
At the Hope Lodge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was, so I got to kind of witness it firsthand. And you hear about it, and then when they sat down, it's true, I forgot that they had that available. And I felt bad that I hadn't thought about it prior to tell them, but.
But the next time you meet with your team, you need to tell them, and I have a friend that benefited from this.
Do you ever have the opportunity to go visit that place?
This is why we're putting the purple toilet out. This is why we're, it is a lot of work, and you do get stressed. I know, because I sat in your chairs before, but you're doing it for a reason. Just that the rides, the Hope Lodge, the one, I called the 1-800 number one day because they told us that one of the trainings that we need to be familiar. They are so sweet and so nice, and they try to answer whatever question you have. And I'm getting better at giving out the little number with the cancer.org information because I can't answer all the questions. So just keep that in mind. Thank you, Debbie. All right, other news. 2016 National Individual Fundraising Club.
That flyer's online. The $100 Hope Club shirt flyer is on the website, as well as the individual fundraising club. Like Christy showed you the little camping set. That's what the prize was for this year, for 2015, for the going over $10,000 in fundraising. That's where the sheet is. You can find it. And then come January, when we meet again in January, I'll actually have some printouts for you and all that. And you told them that we were number 2 in the Mid-South Division?
I did. I showed them our
Okay.
award, and that
All
we
right.
did
I just
number
want to
one.
make sure. We've been number 3 in the Mid-South Division for quite a few years now, and we bumped up to number 2. So that's a pretty exciting thing,
I tell you what, to be in that room with all these top teams and top events, and for I'm sorry, we live in Oklahoma, terrible parish, just more down the bayou as you can get. And to be with all those people, and when they said we were number 2, that I just got chills. That was amazing.
You just imagine a whole room full of people and they're all looking at you and we're a little bitty old Terrebonne, and it's like, we did that.
And
It's just,
when you walk down the hall and they're like, y'all are terrible, tell me about your event. And then people from other states are, I'm coming to your event. I want to see how you do this. Bring 10,000 people from the community in. It's just amazing. All right, the mission moment, ACS
Even in the
can.
rain.
Yeah, even in rain.
Even in the rain.
Even in the rain, we raise money. It's not gonna. This is a part of Relay for Life that I never understood until a year and a half ago. ACS Can is the organization that lobbies, that works with Congress to get bills passed for cancer cell research. If you can't research, you can't find the cure. All of the money that we earn goes to the American Cancer Society, yes, but ACS can't, that money cannot pay for lobbyists because it's a nonprofit organization. So this organization called ACS can get the lobbyists, can get things like the smoke-free world or smoke-free restaurants and hotels, and Louisiana is now a smoke-free state as far as public buildings go. ACS Can membership is a 1 year, it's a yearly fee, it's $10 a year. We would like to get 40 people registered through our event. You can register online, but that doesn't go toward our event. So if you're interested, you need to fill out one of these forms and get it back to Maria Weiss or to Becky. You can donate more than $10, but the minimum donation is $10. And they'll go to Baton Rouge and lobby the legislature. They'll go to Congress and lobby. They send you emails about things that are going on, things to contact your legislature or your congressman. And basically, all you do is click on the link. They send you the whole thing, and you click and say, I'm in support of this, vote this way on this bill. And that's how we're getting things like New Orleans casinos are now smoke-free. That's a big step to putting an end to cancer. Another thing that they do is support the preventative measures. So that's it never hit me. They say it at the meeting, and I was like, yeah, just trying to get $10 out of me. And then I don't know, the right person talked at a meeting a couple years ago, and so now I make sure I join ACS Can. The other thing in the mission moment is November 19th is the Great American Smokeout Day. I'm allergic to smoke, so this is my favorite day in the whole wide world, and I wish that every day would be the Great American Smokeout Day, but that doesn't always happen. So if you would like to post this in your lounge, on your bulletin board, something like that, Ed I think is handing these out, because people who quit smoking can become healthier within a few months. Just they're not, you're never gonna regain everything that the tobacco has done, but you'll start becoming healthier, and studies have shown that. So that's our mission line for today. The personal challenge is for MJ to get the hair dyed, and I mentioned that at the beginning of the meeting, because I know how teachers are, y'all wheels are turning up there, trying to figure out how to get to that 375,000. So, man, if we got the rate before Bang night, we might have to dye the hair purple all of Bang week, right?
Yeah. So y'all understand that the challenge is that we're gonna try to get our fundraising to 375,000 before the event. We typically raise $140, even in $140,000, even in the rain, which is what we did this year. And so if we reach that, then MJ has to dye his hair purple for the entire relay event weekend.
Because basically what that means is if we raise that much money before the event, we will hit the $500,000
$500,000 mark. And we will become #1 in the Mid-South. Yeah. The #1 team in the Mid-South is Nucor Steel out of Decatur, Alabama. They raised, in 2015, their net was $464,000 and ours was $431,000. So we're not really that far off. And their event, believe it or not, is supported by one team. And it's pretty much one team. It's the Nucor Steel team. They do payroll deduction, they do relay in your payday, and that one team raises $404,000. So their entire rest of their event teams raise $60,000, and that one team raises $404,000. So we do it differently. We have 100 teams that all fundraise together and all bring in the money, equally, whereas they have one team that pretty much carries their entire event. So I feel confident that we can do that.
I got one more question. Okay.
So like, what would it take for us to, get relay as something that we could opt to do as a thing in our payroll?
That is something that Bernadette is actually already working on.
Policy.
Yeah.
Right now, the only thing we have is United Way, but I'm working on it with Becky Broke, who's the Chief Financial Officer. And you gotta, this from working in Swiss, you gotta tread lightly, because once you get told no, you tell no for, the time of that regime.
Yeah.
Becky Broke is on our team, on the team that's friends and family from the school board office. So we're talking, the other day, this Becky Broke and a few of us went to Danos to do a presentation.
Everybody's confused.
The first time I got an email from her, I was like,
Wrong Becky Broke.
and it was like, wait. Yeah.
I had to put her middle initial in mine, because I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. But we went to Danos and did this relay and the payday presentation, and I can envision this. I know that right now is when cafeteria plans are coming out, for your plans for the next year, so it probably won't happen right away. But just don't give up. I'm treading lightly. I've got my foot in the door with the right people, because if you get told no right now, it's no for this whole regime, and we don't know how long this regime is, so we've got to tread lightly. But there's a new assistant superintendent. Maria's in with him, so we work him. So it is something that we're looking into. MJ is leaving us with this challenge. I was going to tell y'all I made up the quote, but he's got the, person there. So don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can achieve. And y'all can do it. Y'all done it already. We were so busy collecting money, we forgot to give out door prize tickets, but everybody has a ticket now, right? Here you go, Emily, pull a number out the hat. Is it on? Well, she pulled 2, is that okay? She pulled 86 and 88. 88, Denise says 88. You got a notebook to take relay notes. You got 86? You got, oh good, my little sister got 86. You get a relay.
Oh wait, you know what? This is what you need.
Oh, a present. We can pull another one? Here you go, pull one out of the hat. 89. Emily's got 89. Well, it's okay.
Let's do about 4 more.
4 more.
Yeah.
All right, I pulled 2. Y'all pulled 2 more. 87. All right, on the front
Okay,
row.
what's up with the front row?
Wait, I got one in the back row this time.
Yeah.
82. That's the back row? Yes, finally got the back row. put one? 83, stay back there, Becky.
83, thank you.
Oh, is that it?
One more.
One more. There's only like 3 tickets left. Pull one out. Oh, yeah, just pull one out. Isn't that so neat?
That is a neat idea.
And then put the little box on your desk because it's got the tape, 85.
Oh.
Yeah, right. It's little kisses, but it's got a relay tape. Y'all have any other questions?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
the flyer with the luminaries that are 10, 20, 30, and 100.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Okay, the gold 30 and the 100 boxes will be available after the first of the year.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with the Christmas deal.
No, no, the
This is
Christmas
about
deal's
relating.
just white and
10s and
purple.
20s.
But you do want to use that form though, Christy.
Same form for the
Same
100.
form to fill out the bottom.
So we're gonna confuse people when they want to buy the 30 and the 100.
Well,
but they
when you sell the ones for 10,000 lights, just
Here's-
tell them that the 10 and the white and the purple is what's available
Here's
for
what I would tell
10,000
them.
lights.
And that's 10 and
If they want it, they really true, they want it, if they get $30 or
$30 or
$100, you can still sell that to them. They're only gonna get a white bag for December.
Correct.
They'll get the gold and the box for
Add
you.
relay.
Right.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And look,
That way you're not
I need
turning
to-
money. You're still collecting money.
Yeah.
You're only gonna get a white or.
a white bag for the actual event.
actual-
And Christy, I need everybody hold on to, each bag should be accompanied with a luminary form. So for every bag you sell, you should have a form. That's how we're gonna make sure that everybody has their, because if a bag gets ruined, if it gets lost, misplaced, whatever, those forms is how I'm gonna be able to track.
Okay, so they want to do more than one bag. You have to have more than one.
You can actually do multiple bags on one sheet
Okay,
at the
that's
bottom,
good.
but yeah, but just make sure that you,
Okay, yeah.
But they
They'll
would have
turn it
to
back into
section
us.
the area
they would
like
have to
Henry
section,
Honor.
yeah.
Okay, one more question before I
Sure.
talk to Ms. Mary. Can we slot the beginning of this event if she chooses to? let the kids
Absolutely.
perform?
We can
Because
start
they're
off with
small?
them.
Okay.
We can start off with them and go into our luminary ceremony after. Absolutely.
Win-win.
Yeah, if you
That
need
would be
more bags,
perfect.
just let us know. We will gladly come bring y'all more bags. That's a good trip.
You have that, you wanted to do it